Welcome to the journey of peace, an inner calm that no external storm can disturb. As a student of Stoicism, I have learned that peace does not come from the outside world. It doesn't come from perfect circumstances, the absence of challenges, or the praise of others. Instead, peace begins from within, rooted in how we respond to life's inevitable ups and downs. In this video, we'll explore how to remain peaceful no matter what life throws at you. Whether you're in the middle of a stressful situation, dealing with a difficult person, or facing challenges that seem impossible, these timeless lessons will guide you toward a deeper, more lasting sense of tranquility. The Stoics, particularly philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, lived during times of great uncertainty, wars, and political chaos. Yet their wisdom shines through the ages because they found peace not by avoiding hardship, but by embracing life fully and learning to control the only thing they could, their own minds. Just as the sea may rage in a storm, our emotions can swirl within us. The key to remaining peaceful is not to control the sea but to master the art of navigating through it. And how do we do that? By controlling our own responses, by focusing on what we can control, and by letting go of what we cannot. Let me take you back to a story from my own life, where I first started to understand this Stoic wisdom. Years ago, I was walking home from work, exhausted and overwhelmed by life's demands. I had a job I wasn't passionate about, I was facing personal struggles, and it seemed like life was constantly testing me. On that day, the sky reflected my mood. It was dark, with clouds gathering, and before long, a heavy rain began to fall. I didn't have an umbrella, and the streets became chaotic as everyone rushed for cover. I was soaked and angry. Frustration boiled inside me. I felt like the storm was just another symbol of everything that was wrong in my life. But in that moment, something unexpected happened. I remembered a quote from Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who, despite facing wars and personal loss, wrote words of peace in his journal. "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." It hit me like a lightning bolt. The storm outside wasn't something I could control. I couldn't stop the rain, but I could change how I responded to it. I could stop resisting and accept it. Instead of letting my anger grow, I decided to embrace the rain. I walked calmly, feeling the cool drops on my skin, and as strange as it sounds, the moment I let go of trying to control the situation, I found peace. The rain didn't bother me anymore. It became an experience, not a burden. The lesson I learned that day is one of the most fundamental principles of Stoicism: peace is a choice. It's not dependent on the weather, on other people, or on external events. It's something you cultivate inside yourself by accepting the things you cannot control and focusing your energy on how you respond. The Stoics constantly reminded themselves that peace begins with knowing what is within your control and what is not. This is the first key to remaining peaceful. Let's break it down. You can't control what others think of you, the outcome of certain events, the weather, whether you will encounter problems in life. But you can control your thoughts, your attitude, your actions, and how you respond to challenges. Once you understand this distinction, life becomes much simpler. You don't waste your energy trying to change the unchangeable. Instead, you focus on improving yourself and controlling your reactions. One of the best ways to remind yourself of this principle is through daily reflection. Every night, ask yourself, did I focus on what I could control today? Or did I waste energy worrying about things outside of my influence? Over time, this simple practice brings clarity and, with it, peace. Before we continue, if you're enjoying these timeless lessons of wisdom, don't forget to subscribe to Students of Wisdom, where we explore ancient knowledge to live better lives today. Hit that subscribe button and join a community of learners who seek peace, purpose, and personal growth. I once took a long flight where I sat next to someone who seemed determined to disturb my peace. This traveler was loud, rude, and constantly complaining to the flight attendants. Every little inconvenience seemed to set him off. At first, I felt my own frustration rising. It was a long flight, and I had hoped for some quiet time. I thought to myself, why me? Why do I have to deal with this? But then I remembered another Stoic principle: you are not disturbed by things, but by your opinion of them. This idea comes from Epictetus, who taught that it is not the event itself that causes us distress, but how we interpret and react to it. So I decided to change my perspective. Instead of seeing this person as a problem, I saw them as a test, a chance to practice patience and self-control. I closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and let the noise wash over me without reacting. I focused on what I could control, my own thoughts, my own peace. By the end of the flight, I felt calm and composed, while the disruptive traveler seemed to exhaust himself with his own frustrations. This brings us to our second key to remaining peaceful: perspective. How you view a situation determines how much power it has over you. If you choose to see challenges as opportunities for growth, they lose their ability to disturb you. In every situation, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? Instead of wishing for an easy life, wish for the strength to endure whatever comes your way with grace. This shift in perspective will free you from the need to control external events and allow you to find peace in any circumstance. There was a time when I was going through a particularly tough phase in life. I felt like I was carrying a heavy burden, too many responsibilities, too many problems, and not enough time. I thought the solution was to push harder, to fight against everything. But the more I fought, the more exhausted I became. One day, while lifting weights in the gym, I reached my limit. No matter how much I tried, I couldn't lift the barbell. I had to drop it. And that's when it hit me: sometimes, the path to peace is not through effort but through surrender. I realized that in life, too, we sometimes carry burdens that are too heavy for us. And that's okay. The lesson isn't always in pushing harder. Sometimes, it's in knowing when to let go. This leads us to our third key to peace: letting go of unnecessary burdens. Often, we hold on to things that do nothing but weigh us down: grudges, fears, expectations, and past mistakes. But peace comes when we release those things. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to that's preventing me from being peaceful? Is it a fear of the future, regret from the past, or maybe the need to control everything? To find peace, sometimes we need to simply let go. Remember, peace isn't something you stumble upon by accident. It's something you cultivate through practice, perspective, and self-awareness. Focus on what you can control, shift your perspective in challenging situations, and release the burdens that no longer serve you. By doing these things, you'll find that inner peace is always within reach, no matter what life throws your way. As Epictetus once said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." Thank you for joining me on this journey toward peace. If these lessons resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe to Students of Wisdom for more insights on how to live a life of calm, purpose, and strength. Until next time, may you find peace within yourself, regardless of the storms around you.